brother. Welcome back to another episode of Hard Reads, where I, TKbreezy, and this guy, Austy, talk about some of the stuff that's going on in Smash. Today, we'll be talking about Glitch 8, the recap of that, the PGR, and what we've seen so far. And then, of course, Genesis 7, which is coming up next week. Should be like, super major. It's going to be godlike. And then, last but not least, the Byleth talk. Just kind of throw that in there real quick. Probably just cover it right at the beginning. The Byleth talk. So, Byleth came out, and everyone's probably like, damn, bro, Sakurai, you lied to us. And I'm just kind of on the the side of basically Sakurai can do whatever the fuck he wants at this point in time. This game has like 9,000 characters. There's never one I'm really like looking forward to outside of Travis Touchdown, but even if he doesn't show up, I'm not going to say the game is trash now. It does suck that like there was that point where he was like, oh, it's all new IPs. And technically, Three Houses is like a new game, but it's not a new IP. So I get why people are upset. Fire Emblem already kind of takes over this game. But the character was cool.
They got the cross in the middle. They did that cross to Three Houses. That's a new IP. That's how you know. I think people are just upset because there's all this underrepresented Nintendo series and IPs that are just going to the wayside. Like we haven't had a new Kirby character since Brawl, which is really bizarre. And then you have another.
Who would you use though?
Dude, Bandana D. What do you mean? Right, give yourself a little spear, like. No, but like I saw the character release, dog, and I felt nothing. I wasn't upset. I wasn't hype. I was just like, oh, okay.
That was kind of where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel anything. I wasn't like jumping at my seat, but I was like, you know what, sick. Another character. I'm gonna play. Like that's basically where I'm at right now. Like I'm probably gonna try it again and see how that works out. And if it works out, then sick. And if it doesn't, well, fuck. Like maybe it's not for me. None of the DLC so far has been interesting to me to continue to play. Like Terry was cool when I played for like the week. Banjo was never really that fun to me. Joker is not my style until I guess now. I play Sheik now, so maybe it is my style. But yeah, I don't know. Piranha Plant. I just hasn't really been hitting. And I feel like I'm missing one.
Yeah, I mean, DLC only adds like 5. We only had 6 characters now once Byleth comes out. And it's like you have all these other characters to choose from, so maybe those are the ones that are hitting home for you. Hero, yeah. I actually messed around with Joker and Hero a bit when they came out, but everyone else I wasn't like too into. Like I said, Terry and Banjo, I was just like, not for me. We'll see what Byleth's all about, because I already play a Fire Emblem character, so maybe the transition will be pretty easy. They do have long range attacks. And they might become a zoner with that bow and arrow, dog. You see that bow and arrow when it charges all the way, like.
There's no way you're gonna be a zoner with that.
What do you mean? Wait, you can't?
You can't. You can cancel. You can't cancel it when it goes to full charge.
Character's dead.
Yeah. So there's, that's like if you go to full charge, you have to shoot the arrow, and I feel like that's just leading. If you do that at the wrong time, someone's gonna land behind you and up smash. So.
Yeah.
like.
Okay, never mind.
Bye. But
I thought you could cancel it.
Zoning potential in it. I don't. It's not like a pit arrow where it's like super annoying and you can aim it and shit. And the character is decently slow. So there's some weaknesses, but why? Who cares about speed when you have like some of the largest reach in the game? I mean that F smash, the F air, back air, all that shit looks amazing. So
they just keep extending the range every single time. Of like the attacks for each of the DLC characters. With that axe midair, I saw that little clip on Sakurai's video where like he broke his shield and it came out pretty fast and got the person off guard. So it's gonna be something players are gonna have to be aware of, that they just can't hold shield. That axe is about
as fast as a falcon punch. What are you saying right now?
No, midair. There was a clip when he did it midair.
I'd have to look at it. Again.
Yeah, I had to do a double take because it showed the axe and he swung it pretty fast. Like I mean. About as fast as like a Crom forward smash,
That's a lot of moves. Well, I don't know if it's that fast.
Maybe not that fast. Maybe a little slower.
I feel like are decently slow, but people still hold. Like whenever I get my shield broke by DK side B, like that move is slow as fuck, and I'm still getting my shield broke by just some shook. So it really is just the shook factor. How much shook factor can you put into a character? And I feel like, well, I don't know if Byleth has it yet, but we'll find out soon enough. But what is that? Right after Genesis?
Yeah, it actually comes out next week, the 26th. Wait, 28th. So that's next Tuesday.
Yeah. So, definitely expect a crazy amount of Smash streams for that. Definitely expect a lot of terrible top player opinions because they usually have really bad opinions right at the beginning.
Bro, day one opinions are my favorite.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember Ryu was trash in 4, day 1.
Bro, it's because they didn't know about the elbow. They didn't know there was a difference between hitting the button lightly and heavily, you know, holding
Well, I
down
think
that
the real
button.
issue was back in the days, if your character didn't have down throw to something, you were like, oh, this character is some trash.
Remember
And then it was
Luigi?
like, yeah, well, that character was busted. So that
Like,
character was busted. I don't care
like
what anyone says.
pre-patch Luigi, like that.
That was a busted character.
Yep.
Anyway, let's get into it, man. So we have our first topic is Glitch 8. Glitch 8 happened this weekend. Winner going to Tweak. Great tournament for Tweak. Also, even greater tournament for Dark Wizzy, who has been complaining about his PGR results for a while. And so now he started off this next season in a really good area. Like, you know, you're like, oh man, I shouldn't be this low. Well, you have to prove that you're not going to be that low. And then he goes to Glitch 8 and he immediately does that. So good stuff to Dark Wizzy, but even better stuff to Tweak. And Mentality was looking a little shaky for a second, you know?
Yeah.
But he was able to he lost the first set to Dark Wizzy, but then he went back at 3-1 him. With the characters, so Tweak has a very interesting case right now. So he went Wario, he went Roy, and he went Wolf. The Roy didn't work out at all, but the first set that he played against Dark Wizzy in like winners, his Wario didn't work out, so he went all Wolf. And then in the grand final set, he went all Wolf the first set and didn't work out, and then he went Wario the next set, and then it did work out. So it's interesting to see how you can pilot these characters to a high level, but also, you know, figure out when it's time to switch or when it's time to not switch and things like that.
It was interesting that he like swapped back to Wario for that final set. Like it was like, you know what, I feel like I can get him now with this character. Maybe the Wolf was just like the refresher, but I was shocked to see Wizzy get second. Like that was crazy of him at an 8 tier, and he got top 8 at Let's Make Big Moves. So I feel like season 3 he has potential to get top 10 if he keeps this up.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pop, bro. That was the thing though. Is like as I was talking about like Dark Wizzy. I'm not saying he won't get a top 8, but I'm not. You know what he gets in top 8 is usually like it's pretty lower, like the 7th or 5th place area. So great placing for him. Gets the second place finish. Is looking good. As well as that, you know, the other weird story that came out of Glitch was the fact that Meister was not in top 8. You know, everyone was expecting him to actually win it, and he didn't even show up.
He got, what did he get, like 25th? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, he kind of got slizzy slapped. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was funny because we were talking about this last week where we were literally like, oh, this could be Meister's like win. This could be the first, like Meister was seeded first. We were thinking, oh, this might be the chance for him to like pop off. And then he lost to Light, who he's never really lost to before. Light popped off, obviously, because he played out of his mind. But yeah. And then also in top 8, we had some weird people in there that we were not expecting. Like, it was cool to see Mr. E make a return since like Smash 4. It was his first top 8. Dill, like, no one saw that coming. Not even New York. I was like, what? Dill, how the hell did you get in there? And that was really cool to see, you know, the New York boys. Unfortunately, everyone in New York ended up losing in top 8. Just, that's all I did.
Yeah,
like
man,
even,
right there, 7th place,
bro, even DeBuzz, who got 5th, all he lost in winter semis and then lost in losers quarters.
Yeah, so does Schroeder. Schroeder, same thing with the 5th place, losing to Tweak and Esam. Kind of hard, you know, sell right there. Esam ended up getting 3rd, losing to Dark Wizzy. But I have to give it up to Cosmos. I actually put up a really good fight against Esam, and then Cosmos is just in general success story of bringing out the Corrin to beat DeBuzz. Like the first 2 games, he went Inkling, did not go well. And then the next 3 games, he went Corrin. We all thought he gave up. And after that first game, I was like, wait a minute, hold on now. Like, and this character's supposed to be like bottom 5. Nah, not today.
Dude, it was poetic almost to just to see Cosmos get that height with Corrin. I thought he was gonna beat Esam, like watching that match too. So he could have gotten even higher. So it was just really cool to see like surprise people in top 8. Like the only 2 people I expected, well, 3 people were DeBuzz, Tweak, and Esam. You know, everyone else was just like, whoa, I had no idea. So yeah, Glitch 8 was dope. Like,
yeah, it's a great tournament.
Yeah, it's always fun to go down to Maryland. The vibe is just so casual. It's really great.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, even with the vibe of Glitch looking like that, the next vibe that we're getting into is that NorCal vibe. As we go to Genesis 8, should be a great time there. I mean, Genesis has been an amazing tournament since I've been going. I started going in Genesis 3, and now we're here at number 8. So
7.
7. I keep saying 8, but Genesis 7. So yeah, been going to 3. Now we're going to 7. Let's see who we have entered for Ultimate Singles. But if you want to know all the games that are going on there, there's gonna be some Splatoon 2 action, Ultimate Singles, Melee Singles, Ultimate Doubles, Melee Doubles, Rivals, 64, Super Turbo, DDR Extreme, Windjammers, Magical Drop, all kind of good stuff here, and Mario Kart 8. So it's gonna be a decent amount of tournaments here. 3,500 attendees right now. That's not all Ultimate. That's just in general. So let's go see how many people entered Ultimate. We have almost 1,700 in Ultimate. 1,694 is where we're stopping at. And the top 8 seeds right now are MKLeo, Nairo, Mars, Samsora, Tweak, Meister, Gluttony, and DeBuzz. So like you can already tell just from that, the top 8 is about to be wild. You know, so let's go ahead and see the rest of the standings real quick though and see who else we have. I was top 8. Going out a little further, going all the way to top 20, we have Light, Esam, Dark Wizzy, Cosmos, Salem, Goblin, Pandarian, MVD, Ned, Venya, Prodigy, and Senji. These are the top 20. I'm sure there's going to be some more moving around, so I'll just go down to 25 because we have Myron, Mutace, Jin, Elegant, and Schroeder. So we have a pretty stacked competition, man. I'm not sure what the top 8 is going to look like, but if you're betting on a winner, obviously you're probably going to bet on MKLeo. It really just depends on what happens here. Nairo's been able to take out MKLeo a couple times. Mars has been able to do it. Samsora's done it. So Tweak is always getting very close. So, I mean, it really, top 4 is going to look interesting. Top 8 is going to look interesting, but top 4 is going to look super interesting.
Well, Genesis is like, I don't want to say it's like the Evo of Smash, but it's like, it starts off the season. It starts off the year. And it's like the big tournament everyone is like watching, everyone's going to prove. Like, this is the same weekend Evo Japan's happening, and still everyone decided to go to Genesis because that tournament has so much legacy behind it. Like, people are just like, there's no way they're gonna miss this if they want to like prove themselves as a player. And it's cool. It's like a safe bet to put on MKLeo to win the tournament, right? He's gotten first like constantly in the past, you know, only slipping up to players you mentioned, but he hasn't been in attendance for over a month. The last tournament he went to was Congo Saga.
Chillin'. Yeah, definitely been big chilling right now.
He gave himself a break, and I feel like that's what players want to do when it's like December. You know, it's the holidays. It's when there should be a break in the season. So MKLeo is like, you know what, screw it, because he hasn't been to a season 3 tournament yet. So this will be his first one. So we'll see what happens, because you know Nairo's got that win. Nairo's still the only one that has an S tier win for the season.
Yeah.
So
we got an S tier win and an A tier win so far, and now we're going to our next S tier, and yeah, it should be interesting how this one plays out, man. I mean, if MKLeo, that's the luxury he's allotted, though, being the best in the world, that you can actually take the break and probably still get number 1, even if you missed an S tier or 2. So, like, I don't know, man. I'd have to really like, you know, I'm really interested in the next season of the PGR. So, especially with the way this one's starting. Man said, what was that? Ethan Walker said, any thoughts on Evo Japan? I'm kind of sad it's on the same weekend because I definitely wanted to go. You know, I went last year and did Tekken as well. Let me go ahead and see who's in it. The only thing I had to think about right now on Evo Japan is the fact that there is no real prize pool for.
Bro, you get a controller.
Yeah, you get a controller, man. Like that's
it's gold plated.
There's 3,000 entrants here, but I'm pretty sure these is because it's free, so there's probably gonna be a crazy amount of DQs early on. So we're gonna have to get the real number later on. But what the? See, Mr. E's going?
Yeah, Mr. E's in Japan right now.
Damn. Okay, so here we go. This is top 10 or top 20. Got Zachary, Shutong, Kameme, T, Ken, Kuro, Raito, Kome, T, the Link, Proto Banham, Abadango, Leia, Choco, Umeki, Mr. E, Niatono, Hikaru, Kept, Gact, or Gagato, how you say that, Shiki, and Some. That was 21. So that's just a lot of Japanese representation, man. If you're really trying to see what the Japanese scene is like, I feel like this is the tournament to watch, but maybe like the later half of it. You know what I mean? Like, because if you watch the early half, I don't think you're really going to see anything super crazy. But the later half, definitely interesting to see how that goes. Also, any other Americans going? Who else is going?
I feel like it's Mr. E. I think it's just a Japanese tournament with guest star Mr. E. I legitimately think that. Because like I said, everyone...
I'm flying down. I'm in the 50s and I don't see another American name. So
yeah, Anti's there.
Anti's there? He's not seated.
He's 29th.
Oh, did I miss him? Okay, I was already to say.
Yeah, I missed him too. I'm like scrolling through.
Oh, JJ Rockets is going?
Okay. Oh, sick. All right. I haven't seen him at a tournament in a while.
Yeah, so JJ Rockets will be there as well. Interesting. That was all the way down to 90 something. So that's, you know, we're kind of grasping for straws. All right, so yeah,
bro, Genesis is cheaper to go to.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in the States, but at the same time, it's going to be some great Japanese representation there. So I'll probably end up watching it just, while I'm chilling. But
At
for
3 in the morning.
part, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Japan and US having huge tournaments the same weekend. I love seeing US versus Japan sets. Yeah, Mr. E gets out. I don't think Mr. E is going 0-2, but yeah, I don't see him winning the tournament either. So,
you never.
a lot of representation there.
It depends on how he plays. Like, he's a very mentality-based player. Like, if he plays out of his mind, he can get top 8 easy. If he's kind of not feeling it, he'll get, like, I don't know, 33rd,
Yeah, well, he's better. Just anything better than 0-2, man. Going 0-2 in this bracket has got to feel terrible. Well, what did you play? Oh, 3,000th? I'm like, what? Didn't even know that was a spot.
No. It's like 1,500 or something like that,
Pretty trash, bro.
I mean, you're in 4 digits. It's not going to feel pretty.
Yeah, I think it's with 2,988 players. I feel like it's probably like 1,500 or something. Who knows? Regardless, like half the tournament has to be put out the first round. So yeah, it's gonna be like 1,500 or something. Oh my god, he did beat Light and Glitch, but I mean that's then he went and got 7th. So as I said, I don't think he's winning the tournament. I do think he will do well. So I definitely want to say he's not. And I didn't say he was going to do it. You were the one. You don't want to say he was going out 0-2. How you going?
I never
told me he went 0-2
what?
and arguing with me, bro. Like that's correct. Anyway,
I never said that. What?
Not
I
you,
said
the guy in the chat.
the chat. Oh, okay.
And then
yeah, that's wild.
Like, bringing the points on the other side, like, but look.
Okay.
But think about it. All right, bro. How you gonna play both sides of the fence? Anyway, so Genesis is gonna be great. If you're gonna watch Genesis, we'll be there. I'll be doing a lot of commentary there. I'll be doing top 8 most likely, or not most likely, most definitely, and MC for Melee. And I think it's actually top 4. I think we're splitting it, so it should be a good time.
Oh, those are the best.
Yeah. So it should be a great time, especially going into Genesis being the one tournament that most smashers will always try to get to. So it's gonna be a great time. And then I guess our last topic was the PGR, but I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I kind of want to wait for the PGR.
Just wait. You want to wait for like the whole thing to come out? I mean,
yeah, but I guess we can talk. Let me just talk about the last.
It's just Japanese. It's just Japanese players plus ESAM and Wadi.
What? Oh, 11 through 20?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Is there a way I can see that, like, as a listing already?
I pull it up on a Smash Wiki. What I have is number 20 is Wadi, Proto Banham at 19th, Kuro at 18th, Raito at 17th, Ken at 16th, T the Link at 15th, ESAM at 14th, Shutone at 13th, T the Pac-Man at 12th, and Kameme at 11th.
So these Japanese tournaments must be like all A tiers.
Yeah, I mean,
at the very least.
We all know the competition in Japan is stacked, but I know there's been a lot of complaints on Twitter about how there's too many Japanese players on it, because I think people are so used to having NA only, but it is a world ranking, so it's gonna be hard to like get that on a fair level because there's just Japanese people playing against each other.
They just seem very high. Like, what is? I'm not really. I haven't been following the Japan scene as much, but I know that Ken, he pops off over there. But then he came over here and got thrashed. So like,
yeah.
I mean, like, because I can only go off what I remember off the top of my head without looking it up. I know that he has good results though. Like, it's Ken. He's out there making plays. In fact, let me just go ahead and open it up and see what his last few results were. 4th at Special 101, 65th at Congo Saga, and then 13th at EGS Cup number 3. So.
Yeah, season 2, like, I mean, he got first at a B tier, second at an A tier, and then just a bunch of top 8s after that. So, I mean, he's attended a lot. That's another thing. Like, Ken only went to 2 tournaments, or 2 PGR events in the first season. So he went hardcore in this next season. But yeah, the Japanese tournaments seem to be a little inflated. So. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I do think that they do need to be included, and so does like the EU tournaments and stuff like that. But that at that point in time, it becomes now it's just really about like, whose region is stronger. And the EU regions don't get like A and S tiers all the time. Japan, these people will, they'll travel all day. They'll go from one Japan island to another just for a weekly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do over there. In the EU, that is not really much of a thing. They have like their big things, their beasts and their airs and things like that. And that's when they decide to go, and travel like that. But as far as like their weeklies or their like locals, I don't think they get that much traction. And that sucks because that is hindering what they can get on the PGR. Gluttony, amazing player. probably a little lower than what he would be able to get if he was in America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
But he is top 10. Like, he's guaranteed to be in there because he hasn't been on the
Yeah.
PGR yet, and that would be wild if he wasn't top 10 at that point.
imagine he just wasn't on it at all.
Yeah, it's like, what? Who do you think
Definitely would like to see more. I don't know, cross country play. I just don't know how to get it.
it's expensive, like, and you need sponsors in order to do that reliably, or just have a lot of money. So
Yeah,
'Cause
that's we don't have money like that. That's the issue.
like, you could literally travel to Genesis, win it, and you'll probably, if you travel from like the EU or Japan, counting hotel costs, traveling costs, food costs, you'll probably break even or you'll make a little bit of money, but like only if you get first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
I think that's like if we could have more, heavily funded invitationals, that'd be cool. But
Mhm.
as of right now, we're just kind of always dependent on Beyond the Summit, and every now and then I think Red Bull steps up, but like for the most part, yeah, we're thinking about like Beyond the Summit, man. We got to get another summit going so that way we can see T versus Nairo again, or Kome versus Samsora, or whatever, anything, whatever gets voted in, just that's the stuff. That's kind of the hindrance, that America's a super region, Japan's a super region, EU's not really a super region, so they have to travel if they want any chance of making a PGR like that. Uh, and for the most part, like the ones that Gluten, he is in America quite a bit, so probably not the best example, but there are some great EU players that don't get to travel a lot. Just like there's great EU commentators that don't get to travel a lot. Viera, excellent. Ramsey's excellent, but he doesn't get a chance to travel as much. So therefore he doesn't get as much exposure.
yeah, I mean, NA is where Smash is most popular in terms of watching, too. Like, the most viewership happens for tournaments in NA. Like, Evo Japan will probably have viewership, but I think that's the only Japanese tournament that will have tons of viewership for a live stream. And that's only because of just it's more popular in NA. Most of the audience on Twitch for Smash is going to be in NA. So that's just that it is what it is.
I see Ethan saying the reason Nintendo not funding the tournaments is weird. I don't understand. It's very easy to understand. Nintendo doesn't really need the Smash community. Like,
they don't.
Smash, even if no Smasher ever bought Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that still probably would be the best selling fighting game. Like,
Yeah.
it's not necessary for us to be here. And on top of that, I'm sure that they see like what the community looks like, and they're like, I don't want to know parts of this. I kind of want to promote this. The community is like, there's a lot of immaturity in the community, and like and fuckery. That's the best word I can think of.
No,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, and so like if I'm a big company, that's not what I want to align myself with. Like, I thank you guys for being so passionate about the game. Sick, dope, nasty, right? But there's also a lot of fuckery in the community, and I don't want like tweets to be coming back to me like, wow, why would you support this tournament when this, sexual predator is here, or this violent person is here, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So from a publicity standpoint, 100% get. From a money standpoint, also 100% get. Like, they don't need to do anything for the Smash community. And it's cool when they do, you know what I'm saying? But it's not necessary,
Yeah, like, they would get plenty of money just through selling the copies and DLC. Like, that'll more than make up for everything. Like, they don't need to take, because right now esports is like technically a risk for certain companies to like dive into to promote their game, and that's a risk they don't need to take. So even though they probably would get an investment,
I would love a circuit for sure. But I have 100% just I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not holding out for Daddy Nintendo to pass some bucks this place or over here. We've done this entirely ourselves, and we continue to do it by ourselves. So obviously, Smash, the community, can be self-sustaining. Now, Nintendo wants to come and bolster that, sick, but as of right now, we're good,
Yeah, and we're not like you said, we're not banking on it either. They do have that circuit happening in Europe, but like, I don't know what that means for NA.
Yeah, the circuit, that one circuit, the 3v3 type deal that we did for Nintendo, but that wasn't really like a circuit. That was just like 3 online events. That was a publicity thing for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
It didn't really get as much publicity as they probably thought they would, so I don't know if they're doing that again. Would be nice to see it again though. That jacket.
Yeah, that was at PAX East last year.
It was at the finals was at PAX, but we went to like separate events just throughout.
Right. Yeah. When everyone traveled. Yeah. I think that was just a test run, and the viewership probably wasn't there. So that probably just going off of because they're still doing the online tournaments and fly players out. Like players are getting flown out to Genesis. I know John Numbers got flown out. So like, they're still doing that. I think they might be doing something like that for Frostbite. I'm not sure on that. So they're still helping behind the scenes. They're just not like doing what a normal game developer would do for their esports game, like Brawlhalla, for instance, and again, it comes down to they don't need to. Yeah. So
I've been kind of diving in that for a bit. So yeah, me and Brawlhalla pretty tight. Shouts to Brawlhalla. Anyway,
bro, Steven Universe is in it now. I might have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
For the rest of PGR, the top 10. Do you have any guesses for like the order, or do you just want to like wait till they reveal it?
I'm gonna wait because honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I haven't really been keeping up with it because all the complaints were just getting annoying. So a lot of people just my issue with like the PGR isn't so much the PGR in its format. Like the format could be fixed for sure, but a lot of people just forget that they've had bad placings, and then they're like, "Wow, I can't believe that I am this low." I'm like, yeah, well, you placed 49th at this one tournament, which is going to be a huge fucking hit when everybody else at that same tournament got in the top 8 that you're like probably complaining about. You know what I mean? Like it's a case by every tournament is a case by case basis. Like if I place first in one tournament and then second, and you place first at the tournament that I got second in, but you placed 49th at the tournament that I got first in, then I'm probably looking better than you in the standings for sure. You beat me, that's great, but I still have a very like linear mean skew than yours. You know what I'm saying? So and that part annoys me when like top players, it's like they just straight up forget like they have bad placings. But as I said, the system is not perfect either. We know that it's not perfect. There's definitely things that can be done, and hopefully the PGR will keep addressing whatever issues they can. But sometimes you just got to look in the mirror and be like, look, dude, I just didn't do that well at like 3 or 4 different tournaments. So it's time to step it up and get a little more consistent this year.
And I know when players are really sad when they don't get it, like if they barely made, like they just missed top 50 or whatever, they're like in area 51, and they get super like sad about that. But it's just like, you should be striving for higher. You should be striving to be like a top 10 player, like right. Don't look at that. People aren't going to remember a player that was ranked, someone that was ranked 40 through 50 on the first PGR and is not ranked this time around. Like you're not remembering them. Like right. That's just how competition is. Like if you're not number 1, you're not like in the top 10 unless you have like a brand around yourself. Like you should strive for more, strive to do better. It's like, dang it, I didn't get on the PGR this time to win a tournament, go win an S tier, that prove them wrong.
Yeah. So guys, looks like we are at the end of our little show. Thank you for listening to another episode of Hard Reads here on Prediction. We will have this up on YouTube very soon, and on top of that, we'll have more stuff to talk about next week, which will probably be, the recap of Genesis and anything else that happens between then and now. I'm TKbreezy.
I'm Austy.
And we will catch you guys next time. Have a good night.